Hey man, how's it going? Welcome to Cruising Tarot. I'm back. I'm making some videos. I'm picking different topics because this is what I enjoy and what do I find entertaining? This. Okay, so I'm gonna do a specific reading for Texas. Why? Because I'm originally from Texas and I just wanted to do this. Why not? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna break it down by different areas. And before you all yell at me, yes, y'all. This is how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do South Texas, Central Texas, North Texas, East Texas, West Texas, and Austin. And the reason I do this is because I remember growing up, a lot of people would say that Austin is not really part of Texas. So I'm gonna include Austin on its own. All right. So just pick one of these areas, whatever you consider yourself part of, and this is gonna be your reading. Okay, so what am I going to be talking about? Let's see what kind of drama these areas are going to be facing and whenever this video comes out. All right, let's go ahead and start this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. See you at your reading. All right, let's go ahead and get started with South Texas. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Just move these out of the way, and then we'll pull some of these. All right, these are just general readings and whatever comes out for me, and I'll pull more cards if I want to. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we have, sorry, my chair squeaks. There's not much I can do about it. I can lose weight, but whatever. Anyhow, we have the bear. Talks about danger, especially in money matters. And then guess what we have next to it? Purse. Pay attention to your finances. And then we have forest. Muddled, unclear thinking. Sounds to me that there's some kind of a warning that some of the areas we're going to be getting. I don't know who. Maybe one of the biggest town in South Texas. It could be that there's some kind of possibly conflict how money is spent. I mean, when does that not happen, right? But there's going to be someone very aggressive, very loud about this. It's going to be telling people to watch out for their money. And that why? Because if the city's money is everybody's money, if you really think about it in a way, because it helps all the citizens around there, and everybody kind of puts their money into the pot for when it comes to a village, city, or a town, whatever. Anyhow, and then there's going to be really mixed feelings about this. No one knows for sure what's clear, what's unclear, what's truthful, what's not truthful when it comes to this. Okay, so there's going to be some kind of anger towards this, maybe online, because everybody likes to talk shit online and complain online and not really make much of a difference sometimes. After some evidence is going to come out when it comes to this money. Okay, someone here feels that a large group of people are not paying attention because they're too busy being controlled by something. What? I don't know, social media maybe, or maybe controlled by the riots happening everywhere. Okay, there's some kind of innocence here that people are missing out on. And what I mean is someone may be innocent, or someone that is plain innocent is not. Okay, there's some kind of contract and deal when it comes to this money that people need to pay attention to. What I mean is that there may be a contract that the village or city, whatever you live in, may have done that will give you clues why this is happening. You can involve that. All right, let me see what else we got. Okay, I think that's enough. Oops, I'm about to drop all those cards. Okay, Okay, for some of you guys, it has to do with water or the sewage. That's part of the contract or deal or the problem you guys are having that's costing everybody money and that's affecting everybody's home. So what do I mean by that? I mean, if you're having sewage problem, it affects every home around, right? That has sewage, like drainage kind of stuff. It could be water issues. So water could be flooding a lot of areas. And what do I mean? There's some kind of money here that should have gone to that. That's very unclear where it's going, what's happening to it, where it should be going, period. Okay. And there's talks about some kind of fraud and cover up when it comes to this. So it is almost telling me here, for some of you guys, if you live in a place where you're having water or sewage problems, there's some kind of fraud, maybe made up numbers or made up contract that has not been completed or done. Isn't this stuff supposed to be public records? I don't know. Anyways, you should be looking out for some kind of cover up here. And I'm not talking about conspiracy. I'm just talking about theft, period. Okay? And this affects everybody. So if they're not the village or city, whoever is paying a made up contractor to do some kind of work and they're not doing it, they're just looking like they are and they're not doing it, and you guys are having problems, it's costing you guys money. And then you're already putting money into it. So, anyways, this is all I got for South Texas. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Hey, Central Texas. Welcome to Cruise and Tarot. This is going to be a collective reading for people in Central Texas. So if you consider yourself in Central Texas, this is for you. All right, let's see what's happening with you guys that you need to know as a collective, right? Whoops, I keep hitting everything here. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some more cards. And then we'll go ahead, get started. Well, damn. Is any other worse card? Jeez, I should say that. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the rest of them. Don't drop, don't fall. There you go. I don't know if I'm very repetitive. Sometimes I forget what I said when it comes to the introduction, but please like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to grow. Alrighty, and let's see what's happening here. Give me just a second so I can adjust this mic and take some water. All right, let's see what. I had to clear my throat one more time. Okay, so it sounds like in Central Texas, there's something that a lot of citizens there have been divided over. It could be literally a wall, or it could be possibly some kind of building that will have a huge wall, or a new facility, period. But there's some kind of deal to be made, some kind of sweet potential here when it comes to this misunderstanding, people not understanding it very well. And it could be some kind of victory towards the town itself or the city. Help it grow, have more, look better, I don't know, smell better, whatever. Okay, so there's some kind of victory here. All right, so, but here's the deal. I think for the group that are against it are the ones who are going to have control over this situation. There's some kind of ending here. Someone wants to end this deal. They have a really anger issue here, or like they want to destroy something, and it's a very negative type of energy. They see it as evil. That's how they want to describe it. Evil, just because they don't like it. Whether it is or not, I mean, there could be something really bad happening there and it just looks sweet. I don't know. But it's talking about someone wants to take some kind of revenge, and there's some kind of paper trail here. So some kind of misunderstanding about a new potential building or new potential something happening in Austin. It could be a road. It could be just a wall, or like I said, a facility of some sorts. Okay, somebody here is going to take some kind of negative action when it comes to this, and it's going to almost end it. Okay, but then I feel that there's some kind of revenge here, or the revenge is going to set some kind of paper trail. And it almost seems to me that whoever does something to break some kind of deal here in Austin will find the evidence. They'll do it very sloppy, and people will find out. If it's not the deal that is sour and people will find out and be upset about this, it's just the people who are against it are going to try to destroy it, per se. All right. So there's some kind of hidden agenda here for this, whatever this wall is for you guys. I think it's a deal made between two people, two groups of people here. And I think someone wants to end this deal. All right. So, but I really do feel that it may be sweeter than you realize, and someone's gonna, or the whole city may feel regretful. And I'm not saying to admit that they're gonna regret it, but they're gonna feel regret. All right. So it's almost saying like when people didn't want to take Amazon in a certain place, it was going to create jobs. Just give you an example. And people fought it left and right. And then the building, the play facility went somewhere else. And then that place started improving. The roads were better. The schools were better. The citizens had more opportunity. Someone's going to be regretful. Just period. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Hey y'all, welcome to Cruisin' Tarot. Let's go ahead and get started with North Texas. If you consider yourself part of North Texas, this is for you. Please like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to grow. I'm here for entertainment purposes. I do cuss. Don't take it personal. Don't be a crybaby. All right, let's go ahead and get started with North Texas as a collective reading. We'll see what you guys are dealing with. Oh yeah, I'm on TikTok Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm on YouTube Mondays and Wednesdays. All right, I try to put extra stuff on YouTube sometimes on Fridays if I have time. If not, everything will be dumped Mondays and Wednesdays. All right, here we go. Wow. Gotta read it with the other cards to see if it has the same kind of meaning or something else. Let me go ahead and pull the other ones out. I'm trying to grab them crystals. I have some crystals in there. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and pull the other cards, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Whoops. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. Whoops. I'm almost gonna drop everything. Alright, so here we go, guys. I'm getting the energy here that there might be something people will be very divided about, and it may be something that's up for voting or liking or disliking when it comes to the area. So it could have to do with division, beware of self-delusion, and the distant friend is thinking of you. I'm almost getting here that you guys misunderstand something that's affecting the economy in North Texas. And I think you don't know what's really going on. And I'm not saying like you're wrong. You're thinking it's negative or you're thinking it's positive when it's, I don't know which way. You can be thinking it's positive and it's negative. You can thinking it's negative and it could be positive, something like that. All right. I think there's some kind of confusion. You don't know what to be loyal to or which side to pick because you don't know how this is going to go. All right. I think someone here is worried about avoiding some kind of disaster. And I think someone wants to have some kind of changes, and it could be highway for you guys. Some kind of changes. It could be toll or highway, something like that. Or like checkpoints. I don't even know, but something like that. Okay. There could be something about, because I see that, see man-made and then checkpoints, and someone's trying to avoid something. They're trying to keep things organized and or clean up, but it's not gonna go very well, because I think whatever this is gonna be almost destroyed before it happens. But I think the intervention that's happening here is internal. It's not even the civilians. It's what I'm saying is like the citizens. It could be like somebody who will not benefit out of this. So they're going to put a bunch of citizens against this, or someone who's going to be benefiting out of this themselves. So they're going to put a lot of citizens for this to convince them instead of just being honest, truth, and direct on how this is. Okay. Whatever this is, that, like I said, it affects 2 major cities. And it could be a highway that goes between 2 major cities, sister cities, kind of. I don't know why I'm getting that here, but the idea of it or how it's supposed to go, again, I don't know if I'm getting exactly if it's negative, but it's seen positive or vice versa. But there's some kind of perversion here on the truth of the matter here, and it has to do with financial here, money. It has to do with money. I think someone's saying that it's going to cost more, cost less, or where the money is coming from. All right. So I think whatever this is, someone's worried whether it's going to be lifelong, it's going to last, or if it's something it's going to just be a disaster and fall apart not very long. I mean, look at that. Didn't someone mention there's some kind of highway or some kind of railroad thing in California that has nothing? It's cost so much money, they haven't done nothing with it. Something kind of similar to that. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Hey, Easttx. Welcome to Cruise and Tarot. I'm here Mondays and Wednesdays, and on TikTok Tuesdays and Thursdays. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to grow. I can't clear my throat, guys. It's been horrible. The air quality here feels terrible. All right, let's go ahead and get started with Easttx and see what's happening with you guys. Bear. Put this up really quick and grab my other cards. I used a paintbrush to point at things. Okay. Oh, where's my other card deck? Here we go. Sorry, my chair squeaks, guys. I mean, I could lose weight. I kind of gain weight. Oh, God. I need to go back. I need to get motivated again. I really want to lose like 50, 60 pounds. Why? Because I don't want diabetes. Here, let's go ahead and get started. But it's my fault. Nobody else's fault except for mine. All right, let's see. What is it with revenge? Vengeance. Okay. Let me look at this a little bit. All right. I don't know why this came to mind, and I know sometimes I read what it says and sometimes I see and what I feel, etc. So Easttx, this is what I'm feeling when it comes to yours. There's going to be a situation that's going to be dangerous. There's going to be a warning. It's not just going to be a shocker. But there's something about beware of great pride. I think people are going to ignore this somehow. I don't know why. They're going to ignore it. They're going to refuse it. They're going to rebuke it, whatever you want to call this. And I'm getting the energy of we've been here before. We've done this before. But there's something that's different this time. There's, I don't know, whatever. I'm trying to be careful what I say. I mean, it could be a natural disaster or not so natural disaster here. I hate to say it that way. And then there's whatever you think of when you see that, not the words, just look at that. All right. So that's what I'm getting. I have to be careful what I say. This is just for entertainment purposes. I'm just doing collective reading on tarot. Okay. So I'm not a psychic. I'm not always 100% correct. This is, again, what I'm reading. All right. So there's some kind of truth here coming out, and I think it has to do with some kind of warning here. I think it's going to affect the beaches of the islands or something like that more than anything on the east side. Okay, there again is something that's really hot topic, and I don't necessarily mean fire. It's just going to be really hot topic, or it could be happening in the summer. And there's some kind of feminine energy, and I think this talks about more than anything some kind of female that either she's like in the school system, of course, or it could be someone that has a lot of knowledge about this, or almost like a reporter, or something like that. Okay, that they're figuring out some kind of formula or some kind of outcome here. All right, there is some kind of justice though. What I'm getting here is something what is the word I'm thinking about? I always kind of confuse my words sometimes. I couldn't even say vulnerable very well. I can still say it. But I'm not saying someone's going to be guilty, but someone is going to be looked at, not prosecuted. It's like a prime suspect kind of thing, or someone to be blamed. But it almost feels like whoever this is, it's going to be tailing out of it and leaving things high and dry, if that makes any sense. And then someone's mad. Someone wants justice to the point where it's almost revenge, and they're going to be on the road looking for it. I don't know how else to say that, but something like that. They're going to be looking on the road, where this person who's going to be telling is going to be on the road, if that makes any sense. All right. I know it sounds weird, but this is what I'm getting. If you see something else, then go with that. All right. This is what I got for you, Easttx. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Hey, Westtx. Welcome to Cruising Tarot. All right. Let's go ahead and see what's happening with you guys. As a collective reading, I'm here for entertainment purposes. Nothing more, nothing less. I cuss. Don't take it personal. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. I'm here Mondays and Wednesdays and posting on TikTok Tuesdays and Thursdays. All right, let's go ahead and get started with you guys. I want to go ahead and just start off. I don't know why I wanted to say this, but there's a lot of male dominant jobs in Westtx, I feel, right? And the only thing I can say, which is I'm grateful for everything that they're doing and how hard everybody works, period. But I do feel sometimes the energy I get sometimes when I think about Westtx is a lot of toxicity sometimes. And what I mean, people just being asses to others. Why? Because you're working tough jobs, you're tired, you're worn out, and then you think you can just use someone as a punching bag, not caring what the consequences. All right? So don't be that ass, because karma will come and get you. If you get insulted, you are part of the problem. If you're not insulted, it's because you're not causing any problems. And for those of you who they try to use a punching bag, don't deal with that. Okay? Expose them somehow. Let them know what they're doing is wrong. If we keep doing this, the good old boy kind of fat old fashioned things, we just keep creating more toxic monsters, if that makes any sense. All right, let's go ahead and get started with Westtx. Of course, not everybody's like this. But like I said, the shoe fits, wear it and just change it already, because some of us are just getting tired of the bullshit. Fatigue. Toxic fatigue. There you go. Everybody wants to make phrases about of everything. You had a bad day? Oh, tough shit. We all do, okay? We don't need to be treating others like crap. That's all I have to say about that. Anyways, let's go ahead and pull some cards. Okay, that one is this one, I think. This one and I don't know if you've seen that, but it kind of came upside down. So here we go, guys. Let's see what's happening for you guys. This could be just an overall energy what's happening big time down there, the majority of you guys, or it could be something you're hearing on the news a lot because it's happening down there. So we have protection from a friend. A dog can be protective, right? Protective and loyal. Protective and loyal. Someone's here more protective and loyal towards their money, and they're not caring about others' health, or they're not caring about health, period. There's some kind of stranger here, or strange new beginning. Oops, the wrong end. Strange new beginning for someone, and it has to do with some kind of new project or new experiment or new equipment, something like that, and it has to do with power supply here. And someone here is looking for pattern or repetition here, but I think the experiment really involves the health, and they're more worried about the money. So if something gets exposed here, that there was some new kind of development that's really strange and it has to do with the health, and it's in fact affecting several people, they're gonna try to do whatever it takes to protect their money. They really don't give a shit about human beings sometimes. That's the truth. Okay. And I think it has to do with some kind of energy or way of getting energy here, or resources of some kind of energy, and it's a pattern repetition kind of thing. There's some kind of hidden, and I guess it has to do with some kind of results that affect someone's health or their air quality or well-being or something here. And everybody just wants to hide the money. They're just protecting the money. You can't even take the fucking money to hell or heaven, whatever the heck, or purgatory. But yeah, they're worried about the money here. And someone wants to book it and take off, and like something may happen with this person when they disappear, and it's not an accident. This is not an accident. So overall, the energy I'm getting, there might be several people who may become unhealthy because someone's more worried about the money instead of exposing that this pattern or power supply experiment is hurting people's health. Okay, it's a new deal that no one understands, or a new way of doing some kind of process or experiment here. And then they want to take off, they're going to take off, and it's no accident. So if they're going to fix some kind of accident here when it comes to this, it's not an accident. All right, this is what I got for you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. All right. Welcome to Cruise and Tarot, Austin. Weird. I'm just kidding. Okay, Austin. All right. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with you guys for your reading. I'm here Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'm on TikTok Tuesdays and Thursdays. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to grow. Let's see what's happening for you guys. And again, I'm just doing this for fun. I have to always say that. If you guys need any kind of advice, please seek professional advice. Oops, I just dropped some stuff. Okay, let me go ahead and pull a few more cards. This is a collective reading. It could be some of you guys. This is the biggest energy I'm getting. Or you're going to be hearing on the news that's happening in Austin or affecting Austin. Patterns and power supply 2. Okay. Okay, there's 2 here. Alrighty, let's see what happened in here. Ooh, okay. It's got interesting. Okay. Alright, so there's some kind of legally not, or something not seem legal happening a lot in your area. Something about testing people, or has to do with health tests, period. Or it could be like something you put in your body. I don't know how to say that. What it could be, something people are really tempted by. And it could be something illegal, like some kind of taboo bullshit here. All right. This is going to be a problem, but it's temporary. I'm not saying that it's just going to discontinue happening. But as a whole, as a city, though, I think it'll spike up, but it'll be temporary, and then it's going to go back down to normal, numbers. All right. So I think the government or someone's going to get involved here. All right. So seeing this is maybe possibly it's a different issue here for some of you guys. Someone's paying attention to some kind of numbers here. Someone's paying to some kind of numbers when it comes to some kind of plant. You know what I thought of when I saw this? That Telsa plant. Looking at some kind of numbers when it comes to the power plant or like the facility. Aren't you guys getting some kind of new facility there or something like that? And this reminded me of them. All right, and there's someone here that has the correct or good information. I think it's either a reporter or an insider, and it's a female energy type here. Okay, so then we have some kind of cover-up, an organized crime, wooded area, party, and cult. So this could be also a separate issue. For some of you, I really am feeling this is one issue, second issue, third issue that you guys are going to be dealing with. So there's some kind of huge cover-up of some kind of organized crime here. There's some kind of thing happening that you guys may be aware. Some of you guys may not be aware. And it's happening somewhere where a lot of people can't see. It could be a wooded area. It could be back alley. It could be like on a club basement. It could be an underground kind of thing. Doesn't necessarily have it somewhere where it's not easy to find or see. And this may be a place where people go to party or go do things that are very, at least morally wrong. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying this. They're doing something, they're gathering. Okay, they're gathering to do something, some kind of ritual, and it's considered a cult type of energy here. All right, so, I'm not sure exactly. This could be tied to religion. Any religion could be seen as cult. Occult. How? This is my opinion. Again, my opinion. If there's a religion that benefits usually one type of person, whether it be the old people, the young people, the children, or it could be the males or just the females or anything like that. Just usually just benefits most of the time just one type of person, while it oppresses or potentially oppresses, covering up, pretending it's not oppressing, like they're getting some kind of blessing, but they're really being oppressed. The rest, that's a cult. All right, it's plain and simple. Okay, so something like that is happening here. Okay, so this is what I got for you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.